Hello my students, today we'll discuss the if conditional, three types or the four types of if. Let's start this if conditional by Mr. Tara Abdul Latif. Structure: a conditional sentence is composed of two parts, if clause plus main clause. Example: if it rains tomorrow, we will not come. If it rains, if clause, we will not come, main clause. So, if it rains, if clause, we will not come, main clause. Types: there are four types of conditional sentences. They are classified according to their specific implications. Each type of conditional sentences uses different tenses to show the difference in their implications. Zero type or type 0 use talk about universal truth. Talk about universal truth. Tense: present tense in both clauses. Let's have an example. If you heat water to 100 Celsius, it boils. If you heat water to 100 Celsius, it boils. If you pour oil into water, it floats. They don't mix. If you pour oil into water, it floats. So we have if you heat, present simple, it boils, present tense. Type 1 usage: talk about a present or future probable case. Talk about a present or future probable case. The tense: if clause, present tense, main clause, future tense. Examples: if I feel sick, I will not go to school. If I feel sick, I will not go to school. If it rains tomorrow, the match will be cancelled. If it rains tomorrow, the match will be cancelled. We have feel, present tense, will not go, future tense. Exercise 1. If you, we have a space, not come, you, space, miss the show. What do you think? Yes, that's right. If you don't come, you will miss the show. If you don't come, you will miss the show. Number 2. John, we have a space, buy a car if he, space, get a job. Think. Good. John will buy a car if he gets a job. Mary get a toothache if she eat too many sweets. Mary, space, get a toothache if she, space, eat too many sweets. Mary gets, she eats. Mary gets a toothache if she eats too many sweets. Type 2 use talk about a present or future improbable case. A case that's unlikely to happen. A case that is unlikely to happen. Tense: we have past tense for if clause and main clause would plus an infinitive. Would plus an infinitive. Examples: if he were a bird, he would fly across the harbor. If he were a bird, he is not a bird, he would fly across the harbor. If I had 200,000 pounds now, I would buy a car. I don't have the 200,000 pounds now. I would buy a car. So, past tense where had, would plus infinitive, would fly, would buy. Type 3 use talk about a past impossible case. Impossible. Tense: if clause, past perfect tense, main clause, would present perfect form. Examples: if I had enough money, if I had enough money, I would have bought the camera yesterday. I would have bought the camera yesterday. If I had come home earlier, I would not have missed the program. Would not have missed. So we have had and had come. That's past perfect tense. Would have bought, wouldn't have missed, would plus present perfect form. That's right. Now let's get to exercise 2. Number 1. If I, verb to be, 4 years old, I learn to play the piano. If I were, excellent, I would learn. That's right. Where would learn. Number 2. If I not fail in the examination, my mother buy me a new computer. Lucky you. If I good. If I hadn't failed in the examination, my mother would have bought me a new computer. Thank you. Number 3. We finish if we have better preparation. We would have finished if we had. So it's had, would have finished. That's right. In type 3, if I had come home earlier, I wouldn't have missed the program. Again, if I had come home earlier, I wouldn't have missed the program. The second one, had I come home earlier, I wouldn't have missed the program. What do you think is the difference here? If I had come home earlier, had I come home earlier? Yes. Had may replace if in an inversion. So it can replace if. If I had come home earlier, had I come home earlier. Okay. Now let's get the next one. Other sentences than the conditional may pair the what? The subjunctive mode. What is that? We have wish, the verb wish. I wish I were a king. I wish I were a king. But I am not. I wish she had left last night. So, yes, she didn't. Here we have type 2, I wish I were a king. And here, I wish I had left. That's right, type 3. Okay, now for non-subjunctive what? Use of language, of wish, sorry. I wish to travel to Europe next year. I wish to travel to Europe next year. We wish you a happy birthday. We wish you a happy birthday. Okay guys, now let's do interactive exercises. Some exercises that you will enjoy. Let's start by type 1. We have to complete the sentences. Complete the sentences. I'll read them for you. The first one. If you the wrong password, your account is automatically blocked. If you the wrong password, your account is automatically blocked. It would be, we have is eliminated, through, has, contact, pay, don't have, receive, enter. What do you think? If you, good. If you, enter. That's right. The next one. The solution is neutral if it a pH of 7. What do you think? Look at your choices. What do you think? Yes, the solution is neutral if it has a pH of 7. The third one. You can't enter the building if you a badge. You can't enter the building if you a badge. You cannot if you. Great. If you don't have a badge. There is an extra fee if you the bill late. There is an extra fee if you the bill late. Think. Wonderful. That's right. If you pay the bill late. When you use your frequent flyer card, you travel points. When you use your frequent flyer card, you travel points. As in Qatar Airways, you what? Great, you receive travel points. If the product is contaminated, we it away. If it's contaminated, we throw it away. If an athlete is tested positive for drugs, he from the competition. Bad player. He's what? He is eliminated. That's right. If there are discrepancies on the invoice, we the supplier right away. Of course, we contact the last one. Thank you guys. That's very wonderful of you. Let's get the next one. Okay, now we have to mix and match, and this is about if I went to New York. Which type is that? Went, met, got promoted. That's what? Type 2. Excellent. I read this column for you. The first one, I'd be very upset. I'd go riding every week. I'd climb to the top of the Empire State Building. I'd ask him for his autograph. I'd be very surprised. I would sail around the world. I'd like to see the terracotta statues. I'd like to study a new language. Number 1 here, if I went to New York. If I went to New York. Think. Yes, I can hear you. That's right. If I went to New York, I'd climb to the top of the Empire State Building. Great. If I met Tom Cruise. Wow. If I met Tom Cruise. Yes, I'd ask him for his autograph. Yes. If I got promoted at work. If I got promoted at work. You can have your time. That's right. I'd be very surprised. The next one, if I went to China. If I went to China. China, everything Chinese nowadays. If I went to China. Good. I'd like to see the terracotta statues. Me too. If I owned a horse. If I owned a horse. Wonderful. I'd go riding every week, every day. If I had enough time. If I had enough time. We still have 3 answers. Yes, that's right. I'd like to study a new language. If I were a better sailor. That's very easy because we have I would sail. Sailor, sail. I would sail around the world. The last one, if I lost my job. If I lost my job. Yes, the last one is I'd be very upset. Thank you guys, you were wonderful. The next one, the third type. If I had gone to England, I missed Rachel's visit. We have had and would have. If I had gone. Yes, that's the third conditional type. If I had gone. Yes, I would have. Yes, great. The next one. If I had gone to university, I like to have studied economics. I would have. Good. Next one. I gone to the cocktail party if I hadn't had. If I hadn't had. So it's the main clause would have. Great. Number 4. I recognized you if somebody hadn't told me who you were. I hadn't told. If somebody hadn't told. So we have hadn't and wouldn't have. Yes, that's wouldn't have. Very good, excellent. Number 5. I would have bought a Mercedes if I been able to afford it. That's if clause. It's had or would have. Yes, that's letter A. Had. Thank you guys. Number 6. I sent you a postcard if I hadn't lost your address. Now it's very easy. Hadn't lost, so yes, would have. Number 7. I wouldn't have told you if I known that you would get upset. That's if, so it's if clause. So we have here, we have known. What's missing here is had. Good. Number 8. I have come in earlier if I known how much urgent work there was. Here we have would have, and this is the if clause. It would be had. Yes. Number 9. I forgotten all about it if you hadn't reminded me. If you hadn't, the main clause. Good. Would have. Number 10. I had have helped you if you asked me. If you asked. So yes, had is missing here. Thank you guys, you have been more than wonderful. Okay, now I think we have finished our lesson about conditionals. Okay, thank you guys. With my best wishes, Mr. Tariq Abdul Latif. Hope to see you next time in another lesson. Okay, you can find and you can contact me on LMS. Thank you again. Goodbye.